Welcome back to the Super Not Funny Show reviews. And today, Lottie and I are going to be talking about My Adventures with Superman, Episode 6. That's entitled My Adventures with Mad Science, and it's coming to you from Cartoon Network streaming on Max. So, what did we think about it, and should you be watching? Before we get into the review, get down there and hit like on this video. Lottie, I hope this is the redeeming episode of My Adventures with Superman, and I only say that in the sense that at the end of the last episode, there's a big old dust up between, Clark and Lois about his secret identity, and it seemed like their relationship is doomed. But also, our good friend Jimmy Olsen is in some kind of trouble out in the woods looking for Bigfoot, and so obviously we're gonna have to go save him. So that's what this whole episode's about, where Lois and Clark figure out that Jimmy's missing and they got to go look for him, and then it leads them to kind of a secret base, some unexpected denizens of that base, and also an unintentional scrap with the Task Force X, or at least remnants of it. And so hopefully this helps the trio come back together. So because Jimmy's not happy. So anyway, Lottie, I feel like I feel like I summed that up very well. What did you think about this episode?
Yeah, the show is starting to catch a stride. It's starting to catch a stride. It's starting to. Sometimes I have to remember that it's emulating is a little bit of the frustrating parts of anime, especially anime of today's day and age, where sometimes they either don't know how to tell a good beginning story of the character. Because I talked about this with my brother, and he was saying, yeah, it seems like they're more emulating newer anime when it comes to storytelling instead of older anime. Because it's almost like they rush through it. So it's like, for example, if you've never seen Superman before and you watch this show, you'll be extremely confused watching it. But because Superman is such an iconic character, they could get away with the way they're telling the story. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like now they're beginning to catch stride. I'm so happy that, my goodness, I'm not gonna lie. Like this show, this episode redeemed Lois, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like Lois, I want the drop kick. Like last episode.
Yeah, well, yeah, and the thing is, she kind of explained her why she was in her feelings last, and when I thought about it, I was like, okay, I get this. This is insecurity talking. It's not just like, oh, you lied to me. It was like, no, I was afraid that if you lied about that, maybe you lied about liking me. And I was like, thank you. Thank you, writers, for speed running the damn Lois and Clark, relationship. Because my God, I don't think I could have taken a whole season of them. Will they or won't they? Like, motherfucker, we know y'all gonna get together. Let's just get through this foolishness and get on to telling some Superman stories, right?
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that, because everyone was kind of belly aching about it last time. Hell, even we did a little bit about what's going on here. But they made it make sense, and that's all I'm asking for. Just make it make sense. Don't leave me, with questions in my head about what the hell Lois is on about. So she clearly has some issues, and I don't think that they are just from the interactions with Clark. I think her dad's part of this too. About why she was so kind of in her feelings about Clark lying about things. I think it's pretty clear that's going to come to a head soon because they keep running into Task Force X or some remnants of it. This whole thing with and I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let me see if I remember the names of the two, Brain and Monsieur Mallah. The two, a big smart gorilla with a French accent and a guy, it was a brain in a robot case with with a German accent, and they've been hanging out in under the force field with a red sun and everything like that. Just kind of trying to hide away from Task Force X. And let me tell you, the lore building in this show is damn good. Like I'm dialed in right now. I don't know how you feel about it. I am 100% dialed in to all of this background lore because they keep hinting at a bunch of shit that happened. What did they say? 15 years ago? So it was something like that. 20 years ago. It was a while ago when General Lane was just a junior officer. Presumably Clark was just a kid, or maybe not. And a bunch of stuff has gone on, including somehow they have all these remedies or these options to deal with somebody like Superman. They keep laying this groundwork down about Task Force X and Project Cadmus and everything, and I'm just like, I'm eating it up. I want some more. This shit is interesting as hell to me. And you and I, we got some decent DC understanding, so just these little breadcrumbs are just great.
Yeah, like it's definitely, like I said, watching it, I'm like, okay, they're definitely doing the cool world building, like you said. They're adding in a little bit of a backstory. It's not Brainiac. We know it's not Brainiac. They're pretty much, but Brainiac is definitely going to play a role. There was a Kryptonian on Earth probably before uh Kal-El and Superman, and kind of is messing everything up for Superman. Everybody's like, "Yep, Kryptonians die." They're like,
Yeah.
"God dang, man, I wasn't the one who did this to you." Well,
Well,
we don't
yeah.
care. Die.
The question is, was it Kara Zor-El or was it Zod? Or if it wasn't either of those, who was the Kryptonian that caused all this? Because, like I said, it's pretty clear that the way the way Task Force X is approaching them, and the Brain and Monsieur Mallah, they sort of hinted at it, but they didn't really give it away. So those are for future episodes. In this episode, I loved that Jimmy got a spotlight in this episode, and like it made me love his character. Like, he's been the third wheel, and he's super like excited, and he's this conspiracy nut. But I love the fact that he's such a damn nerd about all of this stuff that he follows on his channel. I love that he's such a nerd about it that he completely passed over this whole talking gorilla and brain in a robot thing to just like totally vibe with them. Like, that was his people, right?
Yeah.
They sort of, I love that they're like, let's kill the Brain's like, let's kill him, and then Monsieur Mallah's like, he's going through some things. Talk to me, son. And I was like, come on, this, like, I immediately was like, man, whoever these two are, they're great. I loved just seeing them and the way they reacted. And let's just call it what it is. They were a sweet couple, and they were such good friends to Jimmy and everything that, I mean, I was just like, I could never see them as bad guys, and good to know that they weren't. I would watch another episode with them easily.
Too bad. What's his name? Old dude wants to go and mess everything up. I'm like, dang, man, what's on your heart, man? Jeez. What is on your heart, man? I'm like, this dude right here, he makes the only redeeming quality that man has is that he's like, all right, civilians are getting caught up, but we're not gonna save the Superman got this. Then why you want to kill him? God damn.
Well, I think they keep hinting at the Task Force X thing. They clearly are the bad guys this first season, or at least they're going to be one, at least maybe for the first half of the season. Maybe more. I don't know how many episodes this is, but Cadmus being not a bunch of bad guys, bad scientists, strange to see, but a welcome change, I think. And just seeing those leftover battle bots get the business, but also Clark was less, he was lesser because of the red sun radiation, but that was still pretty cool. Like, I think the turning point with him and Lois is when he jumps in front of the bullets or the laser gun or whatever to save her life, even though he doesn't know that he'll necessarily
Survive.
survive it. And like I saw that little thing. Also, Lois is so damn thirsty in this fucking show. Like, am I wrong? She thirsty as hell. She thirstier than a dude, crawling through the Mojave Desert like buck naked. She is just like, and look, to be fair to her, I mean Clark is like ripped up, like he's ripped up like he's Adonis or something. So I get that, but like that's the point. I was like, yeah, she's gonna forgive your ass. Lottie, I mean we're not even, we're just saying spoilers anyway. What do you think about Jimmy being like, yeah, I know. Yeah, motherfucker, I know you, Superman. Like, I did not see that coming, like at all.
I saw it coming. You know why? It's because these guys have realized the stupidity of superheroes keeping their identities besides Spider-Man. Like a lot of these superheroes don't really cover their face. The only person that really does cover his face, and it makes sense that most people won't know, is Spider-Man. But like a lot of these guys, Superman, motherfucker, all you do is take your glasses off, man. You know what I mean? And you just make your hair like wavy. It's the
Right.
same thing with Wonder Woman and all these other. Wonder Woman just puts glasses on. Like come on now,
Apparently, people in the DC universe are just dumb. I
But it's not
guess.
even the DC universe. It's the same thing in the Marvel universe. Well, a lot of the people in the Marvel universe completely cover their face. So yeah, that makes sense. But like, or they don't have secret identities. But it just makes sense that it's like I was telling my brother today. Like they're doing what Invincible did. Like, bro, I've been your roommate since freshman year in college. Of course, you're Superman. Damn,
Yeah.
duh. You think I'm
True.
stupid?
Yeah. It makes Jimmy a lot like there's more to him than I thought. Like there's a bit of a show with him, like his jumping around and being all excited about this, that, and the other, and just his conspiracy thing. And I forget, like, no, actually, he's got some damn sense. He got a lot of sense.
Mhm.
So that was really cool to see. And the fact that he was like, why'd you tell me? Why'd you take so long to tell me? And having Clark sort of kind of explain himself to them, like, I'm just, look, I may have superpowers, but my emotions aren't superpowered. They don't. I get hurt. I'm afraid that y'all are gonna reject me. I understand that. Like, again, the best thing that this Superman show has going for it, that it fucking understands him as a character. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. You guys understand that being the strongest man on earth doesn't make you invulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Like being Superman doesn't make you invulnerable, and you have connections, and it bothers you that you could lose them just for being who you are. Man, I understand that. That's why I like coming back to this show. They fucking get it, and like everyone who says Superman's a lame character, like it's just because you've watched lame Superman stories. It's not because he's lame. So
No, yeah, Superman is a Superman, and a lot of those people haven't watched the greatest animated series of all time, the Superman animated series, and then Justice League. If you watch those shows and you say Superman is lame, there's something the fuck wrong with you, and you're wrong.
it's your opinion, but it's wrong.
Yeah, it's a wrong opinion. You're
Yeah,
wrong, and you need to be pimp slapped.
yeah. Well, you guys. I guess if you guys are watching this show, you've got taste. So anyway, I think that's all of our thoughts on this episode. What did you guys think about it? What did you think about what we had to say? Get down there and to the comment section, leave your thoughts there. And of course, you can always hit us up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. While you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. All that good stuff helps so that more people can see this channel and see these videos. All right, thanks for joining us. Come back next week. We're going to be talking about the 7th episode of My Adventures with Superman. Till then, I've been Mo, your commentary extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend Lottie. And we'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.